When you need clay, this is our area where all of our clay, we get our clay from and where we put it back. If you only need a small amount of clay, we have our leftovers in here. So I just need a handful. You can just grab it from this white bucket. If you need a bigger slab, I'll usually have a bag or two of clay out here. The easiest way to do it is take one bag, put on the other, and then make sure you unwrap it far enough down so that when you're cutting into it, it won't get the plastic bag. We have our wire cutters up here normally. So it has two ends in the wire. Take one end, put it about the thickness that you want of your clay slab to be, and then continue putting it around. And then hold one end still, and then pull the other towards you. Keep this hand still, pull this one towards you. Bam. That makes a nice, neat slab for you at the size that I wanted. Because if you try and pull them both at the same time, it'll come kind of crooked and it's not what you want. Okay, after you do that, get the little bit of clay off, put it back, make sure you wrap it back. Because if you let it out, it'll dry up and then we'll have to recycle it again. And it just takes more time and effort. All right, so if I use this slab to make my project, I came back at the end of your class and I only had like a little bit of it left over, I would just put it into the white bucket. No problem. And make sure the lid's on. The lid doesn't have to be on because then it's hard to open up. You just want it on enough to where air isn't getting on too much. Now, if you have a project, if you have a piece and it's dried out real dry and it's not part of your project and you want to recycle it, that's what the orange bucket's for. All dry pieces, try and make them kind of small and rip them up and just put them in this orange bucket. There's always some water in here, so don't like throw it in there, you're gonna get splashed back. But you put it in here and then I mix this up occasionally with this stick. And then put the stick back. Don't use the handle of the stick to do it. I have one side that's the handle, one side that actually does it. But yeah, and that's how we recycle clay. This is where we get little bits of clay from. This is where we get big slabs of clay from. This is the plaster bat. You guys generally won't use this until we get to the wheel. Don't use your fingernails on this. Try not to mess with this in general. It's what I use to recycle the clay, so I have to have it here and it's useful for some things. But for right now, don't worry about it. Just get your clay over here, get your wire tools here. If you need plastic bags, they're in the fish. And if you have any questions, just let me know.